done a great job.
What is it about his style that you like?
I think that he just instills a lot of confidence in guys. He lets them be them. Doesn't let guys do too much, but he always keeps that confidence in guys so they can play to their best of their abilities.
So you guys on staff now, that helps with you guys with communication. That's part of the cool part of Jon, I guess, being his age. Is that
Say that one more
a
time.
good aspect that Jon's closer to you guys' age, and
I
you
mean-
have guys like Emil who wasn't that long ago played here.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely good to have guys. Who can relate to you. Younger coaching staff. I like it personally. Definitely, kind of makes the mood a little lighter. So I think we have a great coaching staff, and Scheyer's done a great job building a good team around him.
Jeremy, how has your role changed going from one of the youngest guys on this team starting out to being expected to be a leader on this team and being asked a lot this year?
It's changed a lot. I knew kind of coming into this year, I was the only returner coming that's played big minutes. So Scheyer's just been harping on me to be the leader, show guys where to be, how to do things around campus, just different things around the campus that I have to do now that I kind of wasn't doing before. So it's definitely been good.
How have the young guys been responding to that?
They responded well. Came in this summer, worked their ass off this summer. Obviously, we had the first day of practice yesterday, so they're ready for the season.
Mentally, do you feel like this is your team? You take a sense of ownership on this team?
Oh yeah, for sure. I take some ownership. I take the ownership. This is my team for sure.
So what are the strengths that you bring with that position of being the leader of, especially a historic program like Duke? What strengths do you bring as a leader on this team?
Strengths that I bring as a leader. I've been here. I've been to a Final Four, so I kind of know what to expect. How to build a championship team. What to do every day during practice. How to have that hunger every day during practice. So just kind of harping on the young guys and instilling in them so they can have a great season this year.
Did you feel like you earned that spot, especially with the season that you had last year, and kind of like proving to a lot of people that you could kind of like be that starter and be that lead guy on the team?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I've earned it. I've been here for 2 years. I've been through the rough times. I've been through the good times. So I know kind of the ins and out of the Duke program. So I'm ready for this leadership role.
Jeremy, Coach Scheyer said the first 2 weeks he wants to just focus strictly on defense. I remember at the Final Four last year, Trevor Kill said that he thought he was probably the best defensive player on the team. What do you want to see from defensive side of the ball this year for the team?
Same thing like the Duke, like how Coach K has always taught us. How Coach Scheyer learned it from him. Just that hard-nosed defense, getting up in guys, making guys uncomfortable. Mainly the main thing is making guys uncomfortable, getting up in them, and just having energy all the time on defense.
Jeremy, that tournament run, you really turned things on late. What do you take away from that, and how do you kind of translate that kind of energy for yourself and your game moving forward?
Definitely brought a lot of confidence to me. Just trying to bring that confidence that I have and kind of instill into all these other guys. Just to know what's to come for this season and what kind of target we're going to have on our back, and to know that we got to get back to where we were last year.
There was really an unprecedented vibe around last year's team because of the circumstances. This year there's going to be interest because of Coach Scheyer taking over, but as the season goes on, it's going to become normal again. Are you looking forward to not being under that microscope and not having to deal with all those other things?
This is Duke. We're always going to have some type of microscope on us. We always have that target on our back, like I said. So, every year it's going to be the same thing. Obviously last year was Coach K's last year, so it was kind of magnified, but every year it's Duke's always a target.
Jeremy, I'm sure you've been asked this before, and I apologize for asking you to repeat it, but with all these new faces around, you need to be the vocal leader. I'm not sure that comes naturally to you. How is your evolution as a vocal leader coming? Where are you at? What do you need to get better at?
I think naturally I'm kind of a talker a little bit. Obviously I got to grow into that role. Just getting outside your comfort zone is the big thing. If you're not outside your comfort zone, then you probably would just kind of stay in your shell. You wouldn't go above and beyond. So I think that's the biggest thing for me, getting outside my comfort zone and just trying to lead these young guys into the right direction.
Are you a get in the face kind of leader, or pat somebody on your shoulder
it just depends. You got to know your teammates, know who you're talking to. So kind of give guys different ways to get under their skin and kind of push them to their limits.
How do you feel like your game has grown in your time at Duke?
It's grown tremendously. I mean, like I said, I've been here 2 years. I've been through the tough times. I've been through the good times. So, just trying to show these young guys and even myself the good. Just trying to throw away all the bad that happened in the first 2 years and just take all the good that happened and kind of go forward, move forward into this season with it.
Jeremy, how different was the vibe of practice? You said, it's young. Obviously, like coach who's 40 years younger or whatever. Did practice feel more youthful in its essence too?
So we say that one more time.
Like, did everything you said things feel younger? Obviously with Scheyer. What was different in practice that maybe from Coach K that made it felt a little younger?
I mean, it wasn't really too much anything different. I mean, everybody's still got to be locked in 100%, give energy. I mean, I probably just feel like Scheyer just takes a different approach and getting under guys' skin, trying to make them better, as opposed to Coach K.
So what are the differences?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe Coach K he might go above and beyond what Scheyer's going to keep it cool, not try to hurt nobody or really try to make anybody really that mad for him.
So a little softer.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna try to keep it cool with you, but still give you that constructive criticism that you need.
Jeremy, Coach Scheyer said in the presser, he said that you may not be the loudest person on the court, but he will take you against any guard in America. How does it feel having a coach to back you up like that and instill that confidence in you?
It's great that I know that my head coach has my back and has all the confidence in the world for me to go up against anybody and compete against anybody. I love that. Like I said, Coach Scheyer is always instilling that confidence in you. So why not? You would love to have that guy as your coach, just to know that he has the utmost confidence in you.
You sort of rose to national prominence in March. How does that feel for you personally?
I mean, personally, it feels good, but I mean, we didn't reach where we wanted to reach last year. I mean, we fell short. Obviously, I had a good run, but I mean, ultimately we wanted a national championship last year. So.
People often talk about the point guard being an extension of the coach on the court. Where are you in that evolution with Jon?
I mean, we're right there. I mean, obviously he's the head coach, but like you said, I'm the extension of the head coach. So I got to make sure that I got to make sure I know the assignments on the floor, know the scouting report, just know everything. Cause it's gonna be loud and it's gonna be loud in the gym. So we're not always gonna be able to hear Scheyer. So I got to be that voice on the court for everybody.
Following up on Barry's question, 2 of the 4 Duke coaches were high-level point guards in college. Does that give you an extra resource? These guys have been there and done that.
Definitely. I mean, obviously Scheyer and Jay, they've been in the biggest moments. Obviously Jay's been at Kentucky for some years, so he knows how the blue blood works, how guys are always coming at you every game. So he's giving me game every day, just how to be a better player, how to be a better point guard every day.
First practice, and I've heard a lot about the energy on this team. What do you like about it so far?
Like you said, I love the energy. These guys always have good attitudes every day, whether they're having a good practice or a bad practice. They're always going to have that energy in practice, and that's what we need to get guys better. So, I mean, we had a great first day yesterday.
You've had a COVID season, and then you had Coach K's last season. I know there's some specialness with Coach Scheyer's first, but is this going to be the first normal college basketball season for you?
I mean, last year was pretty normal. I mean, obviously it was magnified by Coach K's last year. But I guess it was pretty normal to us. I mean, maybe to everybody else it was kind of magnified, but here we had one goal and to win. So
that speaks to what you guys said all season.
It wasn't about the last dance or whatever what everybody wanted to call it. It was just about us going out on the floor and battling for 40 minutes and getting a win.
Have you talked to the younger guys about your experience last year as far as going to the Final Four and wanting to get back there?
Definitely. I mean, that was probably my first conversation. My first conversation with them was like, it's not gonna be sweet. It's not gonna be easy. Like, we're trying to get back to the national championship. It's gonna be probably one of the hardest things that y'all do. So we have to lock in every practice that we come in. It doesn't matter if it's practice, conditioning, weight room. We gotta lock in for that time that we're there.
What have we not seen about Jalen's game? Jalen just kind of came in little spurts, but not extended periods.
Yeah.
We've played with him his whole career. So.
Jalen. I mean, he's gonna have a great role this year. He's gonna be an energy guy. Plays defense, plays his ass off. He's gonna play his ass off for 40 minutes. So that's a guy I'm gonna trust in my corner every time we go out to battle. He's gonna have a special year this year for sure. He's learned a lot last year, just going against all the guys who went in the draft, and he was practicing against me every day. So I mean, he's ready. He's battle tested already, so he's ready for sure.
Did the thought of the NBA cross your mind at all whatsoever after the Final Four run last year? Like, did it cross your mind, like, hey, I got things to do. I've accomplished everything I can do here,
Yeah, it definitely crossed my mind, but I felt like I wanted to put together a whole season of just like a whole all-around good season, wins under my belt. Just having that consistent season that I kind of ended off with last year, and kind of do it the whole year this year to put me in a better spot to hopefully leave, or whenever the time comes, hopefully leave.
Emil said you guys have a pretty close bond because you're both kind of gym rats.
For sure.
I guess you would agree with that assessment.
Yeah. Millie Jeff, I mean, I was working like even last year, like I was working with him almost every day. That's my guy. He's a younger guy, so we relate a little bit more. So I mean, I love Emil. He always brings that great energy, always brings great work, and then he's always giving great advice whenever you need it. Personally, I don't really think they should kind of give you a limit. I mean, I don't know how much money they're making. I don't really get too big into the NIL stuff, but I mean, I don't think they should tell you how much you should make and how much you shouldn't make.
Maybe this is a little meta, but what draws you to the game of basketball, and what initially drew you in?
What drew me into basketball? I was originally playing football early, and then like one of my best friends now, he introduced me to basketball. Like, I was playing basketball, but I wasn't really that serious. And then we started a team in Leesburg, called Leesburg Basketball Club, and that's kind of where I found my love for the game. And then I stopped playing football because my dad kind of made me stop playing football. So I kind of stuck with basketball, and it's worked out pretty good.
Why dad stop you from playing football?
I mean, it's a lot of injuries. I don't know. He just didn't want me to get hurt because I was doing both. So he was just like, yo, pick one. And I felt like I was better at basketball at the time, so I picked basketball.
Scheyer was talking about the breathing exercise that you guys did as a team. Kyle was saying how it really helped him. Is that have you guys ever done like something like that at Duke before, or was that a completely new experience?
That Wim Hof, it was definitely a new experience for me. I mean, I do a lot of like breathing exercises, but one like that, I haven't really done any breathing exercises like that. I mean, it was new to me. It was interesting, but I'd like to try it again. I said.
What was your experience doing that?
Doing the breathing, it wasn't even that bad. Like at certain points, I was feeling like I was gonna kind of pass out a little bit. I had to kind of chill out a little bit, but I think it was a good experience for everybody to get.
What's your sense of what just doing that as a group, like with the purpose and the benefits of just having that?
I mean, I think when we first started off, the guys really didn't get the benefits of it. They probably were like, "Oh, why are we breathing like this?" And then at the end, when they found that sensation and that peace, when we were doing the breathing exercise, I think they kind of got the point of it.
Did you get there? Did you get?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a point I probably wasn't breathing for like probably 2-3 minutes. Or at least I felt like it.
How would you describe the peace that you got?
I mean, like when you're breathing that fast and then he tells you to stop breathing or like don't breathe for like 15 seconds and like you kind of go into like, I don't know, it's like kind of a weird state. You don't even realize you're even alive for real. Like, and then he says like, make sure you breathe, and then you're like, oh snap, it's been like 2 minutes and I haven't even breathed yet. So it was a cool little exercise for sure.
It's like a meditative state, or
it was like a meditative state, but we were like really deep into like the meditative state. Yeah.
You've got good perspective of watching Coach Scheyer cross the bridge from being assistant to now being the guy running everything. Mm-hmm. What's impressed you most about his ability to handle the transition?
For real, for me, just how calm he is. I know he's got like a lot of things going at him. A lot of people in his ear. A lot of people saying this and that. Just how he's so calm and just keeping everything so cool. Just making sure that he never looks rattled about any situation that he's in, even though it's his first year. I know a lot of stuff's coming at him, so like just the calmness that he has in his first year is definitely noticeable.
You've had a lot of different teammates since you've been at Duke with a different turnover, but then also you've seen a lot of change, and you went through the whole COVID situation, and your freshman year basically isn't like a real year as far as the actual experience at Duke. How do you think that's kind of changed you as a player and as a person to help deal with like the hard times that come on the court that you may experience?
That COVID year, I mean, it was definitely a lot of hard times. I mean, obviously we didn't have our best season. We were kind of up and down every game. So just going back to the hotel every day, you're lonely. You don't know how to deal with your emotions, and you're just kind of just there alone. You got to deal with it yourself. So I mean, I kind of learned how to deal with my emotions and not get too caught up into whatever's happening on the court. Because just knowing that it's a game, you're supposed to be out there having fun, and if you're not having fun, like it's no point of you even playing. So just finding different ways to just tell the guys, like, if you're not getting in, if you're not getting this playing time, like, you do this, do X, Y, and Z or whatever, it's gonna keep your mental state in a good state. So I mean, that
it's made you a better leader.
It's definitely made me a better leader, but I think it's really made me a better person, and kind of just sticking through things, and kind of my motto is staying the course. Like, if things aren't going your way, just keep doing the things you're doing. Don't try to change anything up, because the light will shine at the end of the tunnel for sure.
Jeremy, a lot of people are talking about how you're being a leader for this team, how you're kind of influencing these young guys, as a veteran. I want to know for you, though, who's had the biggest influence on you in your basketball career? In my basketball career, I'd say my younger coaches just kind of they instilled. I was talking to them that this is a AAU team that we started up probably like 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, called Leesburg Basketball Club. Coached by Coach Charles Bushrod and Willie Page. They kind of instilled like the general game, like the basics of the game, and that's kind of how I carried my game throughout the years. And then I'd say another one, Keith Stevens. He's been a major influence on me, just trying to give me that exposure that I deserve, taking me to places, taking me under his wing, making sure I'm good on and off the court. So he's been a great guy. What about in terms of players? Have there been any guys you kind of try to emulate your game after, or look up to?
I mean, I wouldn't say I emulate my game after anybody. I'd probably say I take bits and pieces from people's game. I mean, Kyrie, Damian Lillard, Chris Paul, like just point guards throughout the league. Even in college, like like just any move I see, I'll take it and incorporate it into my game. Maybe it might not be the same thing, but it'll kind of be in my way how I want to put it. Yeah.
What are you most looking forward to getting back into the swing of practice and having games?
What I'm most looking forward to is just building that camaraderie with the team, trying to get these guys ready for the season and what's to come. That's the biggest thing. The process, enjoying the process. That's the biggest thing that I think a lot of guys gotta learn. Enjoy the process. Don't think about the long term or what's happening next week, what's happening the week after. Just think about what's happening right now and what we're going through right now. Interlocking every day in practice.
Is there a particular moment during game days that you just really love?
Particular moments probably like pregame. Like you see all the camera crazies lined up an hour 15 before the game. It just shows you that you have so much love and support here all the time. I mean, you see people camping out for months for the UNC game. So just the love and appreciation. I love it. Just the fans that are here always showing energy and showing love.
What did you learn last March about what it takes on the journey to get to that last weekend of the season?
It takes a lot. You have to be mentally ready, physically ready. You have to be locked in on the scouting reports, and also you can't take anybody lightly. I mean, obviously you've seen last year St. Mary's, they made a run to the what was it, Elite Eight, Sweet 16. So you can't take any team lightly in the tournament because everybody's coming at you, and everybody could have that day where they're feeling good. And it only takes one game for you to be out. So you just got to be locked in for every game, every practice, every scouting report that you have. I mean, every recovery, just everything you do throughout that month, you have to be locked. You got to be locked in.
What's most rewarding about that experience of you guys finding it when you found it?
Just what was most rewarding is a lot of people counted us out early in the tournament. They said we wouldn't even get past Michigan State, or like at the latest we won't get past Texas Tech. So just getting to that Final Four was a big accomplishment, a big moment. Even, I mean, obviously it was Coach K's last year, so we wanted to do it for him. But we wanted to also do it for ourselves, because I mean, a lot of guys proved us wrong. I mean, counted us out. We wanted to prove them wrong.
Coach Scheyer said there's still sequences of the Final Four game that sit in the back of his head. For you, your reaction, it still sits there.
Yeah, I mean, this is like a couple plays that probably the one where it was probably like a minute left and RJ drove down. They called a foul on me. That's probably like a big play that kind of like sticks in my head a little bit. That could have been like a turning point in the game, but I mean, it all worked. It all worked out in his favor. we didn't win, but obviously the UNC didn't win the championship. so it's all good.
Coach has one of the younger coaching, top to bottom younger coaching staffs in college basketball. How do you feel that benefits you guys as players?
I feel like it benefits us a lot. I mean, we could pretty much talk to them how we talk to one of our friends on a daily basis, and they'll give us constructive criticism. They'll take it. They're not going to take it the wrong way because I mean they're kind of right in the same age gap as us. So it's definitely big time for us having that coaching staff kind of be on the same wave as us.
Now, having been here a while, what's your favorite part about being a Duke student?
Being a Duke student, it's a lot of things. Just like you'll just be out talking to somebody, and you might not know that they might be want to do business or want to be. There's just so many high-profile people that go here that you may never not even know without getting to know them. So I think that's the biggest thing. Just going here, you're gonna see so many different faces, so many people with different backgrounds. They want to do different stuff. So that's the biggest thing for me.
Jeremy, apologies if you had already been asked, but bringing a couple of grad transfers. Jacob specifically, like what does he bring in terms of the experience? Ryan was talking a little bit, his basketball journey has probably been a little different from a lot of people conventionally.